Oh, Speaker's Chamber. I can never remember what the actual way to the Speaker's Chamber is. Okay, so there's a lower area down here. Oh, book. Did not know there were books I was missing up from here. Let's probably take a look around some of these areas at some point. Oh, wow. Everyone's here.
So sleepy.
Didn't sleep well?
Yeah, I blame Kachine. Being all mysterious about some gathering to discuss something important. I was so curious I couldn't stop tossing and turning the whole night. Also, how come it's so quiet today? You didn't lock a How up, did you?
When I tried to wake him up this morning, his response was, "Leave me be, minion. Darest thou disturb the almighty Dragon Lord in our slumber?" I figured it'd be for the best that he's not here anyway, so I didn't bother calling him again.
Good thing you didn't tell him about our gathering. We could do without his gate crashing for sure.
Gate
Not late,
crashing.
am I?
Nope, you're right on time. So,
Just
Eva,
late.
now
On
that
time is
everyone's
late.
here,
Always.
shall we begin?
Actually, today we have a big favor we'd like to ask of all of you.
What's up? Why are you so serious all of a sudden?
It's a long story. One that begins with a mysterious friend of Milry's.
Bloodshed between the tribes. That seems almost unthinkable today. But it was an everyday occurrence in that era. Even working together on something was impossible. That's just too awful.
There have always been disputes, but once they escalated into fully fledged clashes between tribes, even a peacemaker would have been powerless to mediate.
And that little Kukusor Antu believed that the sacred flame crystals harbored some kind of evil power that lay at the root of these intertribal conflicts, and that led to all the later misunderstandings. At this point, it would be nigh impossible to explain the truth to him. Granny's right. It would only make him suffer all over again.
That said, Antu will naturally sense that something's off once you've collected enough sacred flame crystals and cure Milray, won't he? He'll see that no one has been corrupted and that all is as it should be. At that point, he would realize the truth of what happened in the past, even as young as he is.
Exactly. That's why we came up with a plan. When the second half of the tournament wraps up, we'll have enough sacred flame crystals. That's when I want everyone to act like the crystals have messed with us and start
Oh, fake arguing? That's cool.
Acting! That sounds fun!
Fake
Then what?
conflict? That'd be fun.
Then, we'll bring Antu over and cast a spell of unity to cleanse all the bad vibes within the sacred flame crystals and bring everyone back to their senses.
That's cool.
Of course, neither the evil power or the magic are real, but we've got to make the little dude think he's done something awesome.
Yeah, I get where you're going with this. The best way to make up for regrets is to do what you failed to do before. We'll recreate that scene from his past, only this time, he'll get the chance to rewrite the future. So, how exactly are we going to do this? Is there anything we can look to?
Once, when I was reading a foreign book, I came across something called an interactive play designed specifically for kids. The story usually features a showdown between a hero and a villain, with twists and turns throughout. Just as things reach a climax, the hero will pretend to be losing and ask for the children's help. Then the children all raise their hands, lending their power to the hero and helping them defeat the villain. For the adults watching, it's just a performance. But the children will walk away feeling happy for days to come. At that age, happiness doesn't come from material rewards, but from a heart that believes.
Oh, true. I can totally relate. When I helped out at my parents' shop as a kid, they would always intentionally leave me some simple tasks, like dusting down the shelves or making sure the merchandise was arranged neatly. Then they'd shower me with praise when I was finished, saying stuff like, "Good job, Mulan, you're a genius." And the funny thing is, it always made me super happy.
Spot on. That's exactly it. We want to make Antu feel the same way a kid who just helped a hero would. lessen his regret and pain before he moves on. Besides, Milray already heard the rumors about the sacred flame crystals from him. If we don't dispel the curse right in front of him, he might refuse to take the medicine. But we can't pull off a show like that with just us. That's why I'm asking for your help.
We'll probably need about 5 more people. I mean, there are 5 more spots up for grabs. First come, first serve.
You have my board. I'm probably the best at arguing here, don't you think? We get some pretty rude customers in our shop, and I've had to develop quite a few communication skills to deal with them.
You have my cabbages? I can help prepare some props and special effects, like smoke to mimic the evil power, and bright lights for the spell of unity.
And my flame strider.
Oh, you're training Siraka?
You have my sword. You have my shield. You have my axe. Jesus Christ.
It really resonated with me when Citlali mentioned a clash between heroes and villains. And unlike the heroes in those plays, I've borrowed strength from all of you in the real
That is
world.
true.
And we've overcome powerful foes together as a result. I think I'll do justice to the role.
Well, if Marika's on board, then you have my hammer. I'm really interested in the part where we pretend to argue.
Let's see. We've got our actors, and the stage is set. Now we need a director.
Can
Dude
he-
to run the show.
Why are you all looking at me?
Consider it our vote of confidence, Kanich.
Fine. Then you have my grappling hook.
Why did they decide that part specifically? Why did they choose to go with that specifically? Then you have my grappling hook.
So, that's everyone.
You have my hammer.
In that case, Varessa and I will take care of the cleanup.
You have my board. You have my cabbages. My flame strider. Let's see, where is it? Oh yeah, you have my hammer. And then you have my grappling hook. I don't know why they chose that, but sure.
Sorry, guys. I'd love to sign up, but I already promised to help transport the wounded.
As for me, if I see you all arguing, I wouldn't be able to resist stepping in.
And I'm just really bad at acting. I'd be so stiff, the game would be up before we even got started.
I'll stay and help the Saurians search for Ocean Zephyrs. Once they've brought enough back, I'll join you as soon as I can. As our Archon herself often says, we all have our own part to play, right?
That's right. All right. Once the second half of the exhibition match is over, we'll split into 2 teams and play our respective parts.
Great! Let's make the second half an even more exciting fight. That way, we'll be able to collect more sacred flame crystals to help kill Milray. I've even come
Ready to
up
be
with
some
a
cool,
secret strategy
cutscenes
that's
for this.
sure to catch you all off guard.
I do know that there should be at least one, like, proper cutscene, because normally there is. Like, you have these types of cutscenes, obviously, but every version's big event usually comes with a really big cutscene. At least one. Most events don't, like most limited events don't have cutscenes, but these bigger, heavily story-driven ones usually do. So, I'm hoping to see some fights.
After centuries, we're holding the Bloomflower trials once more. I hope that this time we can bring them to a close free from regret. Are you all confident that we can do this?
I really do like the thought that someone had to grab all of these models for these talk cutscenes and place them individually, each in one of these spots. You have to manage the movement and like camera positions for every individual part of the cutscene.
Then let's get this show on the road.
I imagine even these little cutscenes are really, really hard to actually do with. Oh yeah, I don't think I uploaded the previous one, did I? Did I start that one? I don't think I did. Hold on, give me a second.
Alright, looks like everyone's
Okay.
here. Time for a strategy meeting.
I did not. Hold on, give me one moment. Okay, I'm back. I started the upload.
Why do they keep picking battlefields covered in mountains that need climbing?
But you can fly, Paimon.
If you're worried about getting tired, I can just fly you straight to the top. Launching a surprise attack on their base would also be a good tactic.
Yeah, I feel like
Use
it would work
smoke
with
to
them.
sow confusion amongst their ranks. Then you guys can just charge in and beat the living daylights out of them.
It'll be over as soon as it began.
These two are in even more of a rush than Paimon.
Let's all
calm down for a moment. We don't even know what their formation will be like. Besides, if we don't deal with nearby opponents first, our main base could be at risk.
But the area nearby is full of rocks. Looks like they're trying to block our path.
That's nothing. Come on, time for a warm-up.
Oh yeah. And of course this time it's going to give me trial characters. I wouldn't mind the trial Chaska and trial Auroron, but that's mostly because Auroron I have, but he's level 1. Chaska I just don't have at all. Does she have a special one, by the way? No. But the Eon Sun I could have just done with my own. She has a decent-ish build on her right now.
Whoa, you actually managed to smash all the rocks.
Woo! That loosened me up. I'll stop you in your tracks.
Show me your code!
Open fire. Don't worry, everyone. We can do it. We've got to fall back for now.
I like how they're trying to chase after me. It's like, bro, I am in the sky. Good luck.
Excellent. We've secured the Children of Echo's base. Time to head up the mountain. All tuckered out. Let me give you a hand.
Ready to the rescue. Now that's what Paimon calls some serious backup.
Granny's not here to check if I've been slacking, is she?
Does the team change? No, but they did give me a Silali as well. I'm going to this first. I ended up not using this right now, but using this. Oh, that actually makes sense.
Carefully, carefully. Take me up.
I still love this so much. I really do wish I had gotten Silali during her banner, but it was down to the wire, but I did get a 5-star. I just lost the 50-50 to a Tainari copy. Like, bruh. That felt so bad.
Find a way to hold them off.
Okay.
Stronger.
Oh. They all died. I didn't even get to use her. That's hilarious. Bruh. Just instant.
Nice, another one in the bag.
Something's wrong. There are far fewer
Oh, that's
people
why
in
I
that
was,
base
yeah.
than expected.
And Mualani hasn't put in an appearance yet either.
Uh-oh, not good. The people of the Springs took back the base we just captured. And even worse, they're sending troops to attack our main base.
Huh. That girl has some moves. I'll give her that. Looks like we'll have to split our forces to hold off their counterattack. Don't worry. I'll handle Mualani. She still owes me for wrecking my front door.
She did
Just
what?
focus on moving forward. You're a lifesaver, Granny Seat Lolly. We can rest easy knowing you're here covering the rear.
She did what to your door? She just watched you break your door.
Thanks, Granny. We've got this.
Did I miss something? You know what? Considering how energetic she is, I bet she just completely ripped the door off by accident. I can show you the world. Where am I going? Where am I going? Where? Ah, so this way. Alright, let's just get there quicker.
How is this not over yet? How many people do they have in the
Die.
Splitting their forces into smaller squads
I'll be honest,
to
that
slow
didn't
our
really do much
advance and
damage, so
undermine
yeah.
our morale.
I thought that would do more damage. How much damage does one of this do? Yeah, not much to be honest. Ow. Bonk.
Not too far now.
Yeah, I don't want to use everything straight out the gate.
Looks like the
Oh.
sands of the canopy space is on the other side of that cliff.
Ooh, does that mean it's finally time for the big showdown?
That cliff top's very high up. Whatever you do while you're flying over, don't look down.
Okay, can I get... Oh, thank God it's right here. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Kanich, come here. Come here, Kanich.
I knew that wouldn't stop you. Let's have our weapons do the talking. Here comes another.
Oh, it does just give us our whole things back.
This isn't over yet.
Oh.
Fight is done. Sound the retreat.
Awesome. You just sit up there for an hour. Just doing that over and over again.
The fruits of victory taste almost as sweet as ones I've grown myself. At least I won't be in for one of Granny's scoldings.
Fuck off with this. Why is there's 2 fruit puns in one event? The fruits of victory taste almost as sweet as the ones I've grown myself. Fuck off. It's so stupid.
Explains why you were so fired up today.
Auroron! Since when has your granny ever gone around scolding people like some sort of scary monster, huh? Huh?
Anyway, good workout, huh?
You can say that again. It's not every day you get to enjoy the thrill of battle.
You youngsters sure love a good brawl, huh? Once this is all over, I think I'll need a few days at home to lie down and recover.
I wish I had gotten the I wish I'd gotten the Solali for this for the third fight instead. Having 5 characters, 4 of which do off-field damage, and then having different elements, and then you have Chaska. That would have been so cool.
Thanks, Granny. Without your support, who knows what might have happened.
I'll have you know that Mualani didn't pull any punches during our little skirmish just now. Next time she shows up at my place asking for a favor, I'm giving her a proper talking to.
Shows that everyone really was giving it their all. Anyway, after all that, surely we've collected enough sacred flame crystals now.
We have indeed. Let's gather them up and head back. Next up, time for our little play. Aoife, this should be enough, right?
Yeah, plenty. Maybe more than we can even use.
Oh, that's great news. Just goes to show how fired up everyone was. Let's set the remainder aside in case of emergency. Next up, the main event. When do we start?
Just a sec. Before we roll the cameras, let's break it all down one more time. Shortly, you'll all take the sacred flame crystals and place them in front of Milray and Nyan. Then, once Kanich gives the signal, Auroron will do his thing, and the crystals will start giving off a black mist. That'll be the cue to start fighting. Once things get real heated, we'll bring Antu in and have him cast the spell of unity. Afterwards, Auroron will clear his black mist, and then we all go back to chilling with each other. Any questions?
Relax. I've played it all through in my head many times now.
Great. Let's do this.
I can't wait to see this. I really hope there's like an actual like fight animation. That'd be so cool. I'm gonna have at least one animation, right? Wait, those are just, I just realized, those look like normal phlogiston crystals, like you just see around the place.
Oh, finally, we've got all the sacred flame crystals we need. Don't worry, little guy. You'll be better in no time.
It's just like Eva said. He looks very reluctant to go through with this.
As long as he sees us dispel the curse with his own eyes, we'll be all right.
Hey, Mualani. That's weird.
Special effects team, get in position.
On the case.
Now, time to get squabbling. As agreed, we'll start with Mualani.
You've got this. Leave. Now, listen up, Kachina. I'm gonna give you a piece of my mind. You hear me? I never have thought you'd do something so terrible, Kachina. What did I do again? That is a good question.
Oh god.
I thought you said you were a natural at this.
I am, but I'm struggling to come up with a reason to argue.
If this goes on much longer, even the little Saurians will realize something's off. Don't get caught up on the reasons for an argument.
Don't panic. I'm thinking.
Kachina! You stand When we went out for a picnic last night, you ate the last Saurus cracker.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, so? You ate way more than I did. No. You just don't get it.
These are hilarious.
In the middle don't matter. The last one's always the tastiest.
Good. He's starting to buy it.
Mualani, isn't it about time you paid up for wrecking my door?
You forget
Bringing
something.
this up now? You promised to let it go the last time we had dinner together.
And when might that have been?
The last time we had dinner, like I said, we were over at the People of the Springs, and you'd had just a teensy bit too much to drink. You took my hand and said it was all water under the bridge.
But hold on. Have you genuinely forgotten? Oh, this isn't part of your act, is it?
Is this what sacred flame crystals can do? It's like you've all become completely different people. Surely our only hope now is for me to...
Can it, Mawika? Do you even have any idea how long I've had to put up with your nonsense? Without so much as a heads up, you just dump some pile of design schematics in my workshop that you've gotten from who knows where, and then tell me to build you that flame rider or whatever you call it. Then you drive it into the wilderness every single day, and then whenever it breaks down, you send it straight back to me for repair, even when I'm on vacation. Oh, and not to mention your special sunglasses and that precious sword of yours that's impervious to even the hottest of flames.
this is this is genuine. This isn't even fake. This is genuine.
Is it just me? Or is she convincing?
She needed an outlet.
She might be the only one who's not actually acting, Kachina.
So sleepy. Why didn't you wake me up this morning, Kanich?
And from now on, I am not taking any more work during holidays, and you're banned from showing up at my vacation spots.
Wait a minute. I remember now. You were the one who kept encouraging me to drink more that evening. Trying to get me drunk so you could write off some old debts, huh? Smooth moves, Mualani. Figured out some tricks to use on old Granny, have you?
Now they're becoming genuine.
Well. That? This little pipsqueak suddenly Eddie. Listen up, everyone. Arguing won't solve any problems, so let's settle this with a good old-fashioned fight to the death.
He's not even acting.
Rule of how. Hereby appoint myself your referee.
I like how he's not even, he doesn't even know what's happening.
Let's start with Kanich. Who's got it in for Kanich?
Huh?
Whoa, what's wrong? Why are you all looking at me?
Oh, perfect timing.
You. Well, you're the worst. You wasted an entire bucket of ice by taking a bath in it.
And you ate all those crackers I baked. I spent the whole night preparing them.
Always yelling at the top of your lungs. You're a permanent earache in a pint-sized package.
No list would suffice to record the horrible things you've done.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Time out! Time out! Why constantly aimed at me?
I like how a lot of it became genuine hate for each other. The only people who were who were fine was mostly just Kanich and Kachina. But then when Halby came in, it was all downhill from there.
How could this be? The argument's spiraling out of control. I can no longer cleanse the evil power within the sacred flame crystals myself. If this goes on much longer. Yeah. If this goes on much longer, Natlan will be in grave danger.
Just can't remember a line.
Close. If only a brave hero would step forward. Good thing I wrote that all down in advance. Hopefully I sold it.
That's us. You ready, Antu? Antu?
There's no need to save him. Think of what we could accomplish with all those sacred flame crystals.
Fine by me. Let's settle our old scores today. Once and for all. What right do you children of Echoes think you have to point fingers at us? How many times have you wronged us over the years?
Bunch of liars and cowards, banding together like the vermin you are. It's sickening.
Huh. Never have the heavens smiled down upon those who live by the rules. If something's worth having, you've got to take it by force.
I should never have believed you.
I'm falling in the first place. I want to be cured. I don't want the Sacred Flame Crystal. Please stop fighting.
Antu!
You're up, bro. This ends now.
Evil power that corrupts the human heart? There's no place for you in Natlan anymore. We will stand united and face the years ahead together. Fly, my dude, fly! Cast the spell of unity, just like I taught you.
Now, Auroran. Got it.
It's like an actual special effects stuff. Wow, actual practical effects. Crazy. And then he makes the mist disappear. To any outsider, it would look genuinely like he's actually doing something.
The path of fate lies bleak. Walls rise in human hearts. Yet those walls we shall break, and we will march on. From this day forth, may worldly strife be no more.
What in the... Look! The evil power is fading!
The magic's working.
Grain fruit chips taste so much better with sweet cheese. That's not even up for debate.
I think you'll find that salted cheese is the classic. The first and best choice in Natlan for centuries.
Cheese. That's just for kids.
Well, I guess you're not completely wrong. They have a unique flavor with salted cheese, too.
Perfect.
Also great with a glass of wine. Though sweet cheese with a splash of liqueur works well, too. Let's have another get-together sometime. Don't worry, I won't bring up the door incident again.
That's a lie.
You're amazing, Granny. Next time I'll come with Kachina, and we'll bring some home-baked Saurus crackers and grain fruit chips along.
And some blaze meat stew and volcano cake, too.
Sure. In that case, I'll go find Veressa and we'll make you some nice, juice or something. When will you all grow up? Why does it feel like I'm always the only one drinking?
Hey, I've got a few friends. I've got a few friends you'd like to meet.
You should stay off the bottle too, Granny. Isn't there some kind of sweet and sour soup that's all the rage with the Masters of the Nightwind right now? What's it called again? Mystique soup? Much better than alcohol, if you ask me.
Wait a minute, what exactly is going on here?
Huh. Wow, that's weird. What was I just saying? I can't remember for the life of me.
Something about wishing I dropped by your workshop more often and how grateful you are that I keep pushing you to achieve the impossible. Life is
These
like
two.
climbing a mountain. All the best views are at the top.
Wait, are you serious?
Just kidding. I'll try my best not to dump any more strange commissions on you.
Happened to that? Have you two snap out of it, people? It's like you're all under some kind of spell.
How? I owe you an apology too.
She's like, what? It's the anime thing where they fall off the chairs and end up on their backs, like straight up in the air. How not being present is hilarious.
Completely gone. Were you the one who helped us?
Awesome job, bro.
Great job, Antu. Now that the sacred flame crystals have been cleansed, we can use them to cure your friend. Don't leave him hanging. Go tell him the good news. Thank you so much. All of you. This turned out even better than I imagined.
See, told you it would all work out. Didn't I mention I'm an old hand at this whole argument game?
Took you a bit to get started, though.
This close to spilling the beans.
Here. Even the kids of our tribe would have done a better job. Tell you what, we're lucky they don't speak our language.
I couldn't help it. Besides, how was I supposed to, criticize Kachina to her face like that?
Honey. Actually, it was the same for me. Even though I knew it was all just an act, I didn't want to argue with you. Huh? So you were all just playing pretend? Ugh, boring. I'm going back to bed.
I love that house so
Don't let
much.
the door hit you on the way out.
Now, all that's left is the Ocean Zephyrs, right? I heard on the way over that we'd already found some.
Everyone, over here! Ian-san! And... whoa, that's a lot of saurians!
We've gathered enough ocean zephyrs. I asked them to give them to me, but they wanted to bring them over themselves. So we came together.
Just hang on a moment, everyone. I'll go mix the ingredients. Hey, Kukuku, dude, less chat, more help.
Sure thing, bro. I got you, bro.
I like how there's a Kukasaurus somehow, even though it doesn't look like it. But it's more like a
This is it.
parrot.
The moment we've all been waiting for. Oh, sacred flame crystal, forged by the will of many. Please, work your wonders and drive this sickness away.
Yeah, this is probably the animation then. Yeah, he went silent, so yeah. Saurian's gonna have to, Kukasaur's gonna have to disappear by the end of this stuff. That's the thing. There it is. And that was a cool animation.
Cheer up, bro. It's always tough to lose a friend. But in this case, our parting is their reunion. Antu's already wandered the world for way too long. But now that you're all fixed up, he could be at peace. His final wish was to be reunited with his bro. And he's done that. We should be happy for him. Just like he celebrated your recovery. Thanks a ton, everyone. With your help, I've been able to do what my ancestor could not. Not only did we save this little Saurian from his torment, we also made a historic contribution to the study of phlogiston-related diseases. As a physician, I'm honestly feeling touched and overwhelmed.
Well said. Then without further ado, I hereby announce that the Bloomflower trials have come to a successful close. From my perspective, though, this competition had another meaning. Throughout the event, I didn't witness any arguments, scheming, or plotting for personal gain. All 6 tribes united to accomplish something truly remarkable. Even without the threat of the Abyss, we're still as close as family. We've surpassed those who came before us, and in the future, our people will surely grow more united still. So, in keeping with our traditions, it's time for a celebration. Let's make this a lively one, people.
As it happens, I picked a whole batch of fresh vegetables just yesterday. I'll go get them now.
Leave the meat to me.
And don't you dare skimp on it, Kanich.
I'll go gather the others. Many hands make light work. And besides, the best meals are always ones prepared together.
See you tonight, everyone.
See you tonight! Paimon's ready for a feast and a half.
Bjorn was busy. Oh, fuck off. Really? Shut up. Leave me alone. I'm not finishing that quest yet. I'll do it eventually. I gotta finish the rest of these, because I've done most of these to their max level, but this one is almost finished, I think, but all I have to do for this is the remaining main quests for each region. I think within the next 2 weeks I'll have the rest of these finished. Let me go check really quick, actually. Some of these aren't very high end, but all of these have like 600 points I can get from that. I believe both of these are not quite at the point where I could finish them straight away. This one should only be 400, because I did one of them. I should be able to finish this by next week, though, because then I get 360 plus 240, so that's already 600, and then another 400. I think, yeah, that should be more than enough. I don't even have to do all of it. And then I can do Collective of Plenty, which is the one that was probably going to take the longest out of all of them. I've done these 3, but there's still these 2, which are other quests nearby that I can do. I still have 2 levels to do, and then I'll do those afterwards. I've still got a good bit to go. Where is this next to? Oh, it's in the Weary Inn, that's where it is.
Fancy a slice of volcano cake? I baked it myself.
It is literally a volcano.
Ooh, in that case, Paimon be glad to oblige. So good. Paimon's tempted to eat the whole cake.
especially for you guys. Sweet cakes help people forget their worries, and I hope everyone could be happy every day.
You seem to have bounced back, Gina.
Yep, I'm feeling much better. I definitely was unsure about where my future lay for a while there, but reading through those old scrolls, I realized that the 6 tribes haven't always been so united. They used to argue a lot, and even got into big fights. I've never experienced anything like that. I can barely imagine such a harsh way of life. I love Natland the way it is today, and I love spending time with my friends. As Uncle Pakal once told me, the harder something is to come by, the more we should treasure it. So, I've decided to always do my best to help, and make sure my friends are happy. Most importantly, I want us all to stay united, forever and ever. I haven't figured out exactly how I'm gonna do that, but I can start with what I'm good at, like baking delicious crackers and cakes to share with everyone.
Gina, you're a good kid.
You know what? Paimon just had an idea. You could open a cake shop.
A bakery.
That way Paimon will be able to enjoy your cakes even more often than she already does.
You really think so? I'll have to get Moalani to teach me how to run a shop then.
She could literally run a bakery.
Making
That's
delicious
awesome.
desserts every day and making everyone smile. That does sound like a wonderful life. Thanks, guys. I think I might have found a new goal to work towards.
Rooting for you all the way.
By the way, Paimon hasn't seen Aoife or that Cuckoosaurus yet. Any idea where they went?
Before the party, I heard he was planning on heading up that hill to pay respects to his ancestor.
If he doesn't get back soon, all the best food's gonna be gone. Guess we've got no choice but to take the cake with us and go check on them.
Don't force me to leave yet. I want to talk to everyone. Yo, how are you all 3 doing today?
A toast to the successful conclusion of the Bloomflower trials. Cheers!
Cheers. Finally. A few days off.
Planning a vacation, are we?
Judging from my experience with the pilgrimage, things are pretty quiet for a few days after competitions. Usually isn't much trouble.
Yeah, competitions do take a lot out of everyone. We all need a good rest.
Cheers to that. And a long overdue break.
Oh, it's 3 of the tribal leaders. The other 3 are over here. B-Rom having to sit down is so hilarious. Anytime bro's with other people, he has to sit down so he can talk at eye level.
Try some. Try some. How do they taste?
Delicious, as always. It's your signature dish after all.
How rude.
And Mawika's, of course, in the corner. Other 3 tribal chiefs.
Wine's amazing. Of course. Wouldn't have made it into my collection otherwise. Drink as much as you like today, people. I mean, I owe you all one, don't I?
We might just have to take you up on that. As much as we like? You might regret saying that.
All right. Bring it on.
Of course, I didn't notice these 3 because they're by the pole.
I'm curious. How did you create that black mist?
It was just an illusion. If Granny had been the one doing it, she could have come up with something much more impressive.
All right, you can stop with the flattery. Just an illusion? You're already good enough to fool me.
Oh, is that incident still in your mind? I didn't exactly have a choice back then.
Relax. I'm not here to dig up the past. I'm just saying you've got a real knack for illusions. And that's something to be proud of.
Thanks, Granny.
I forgot he did that once. Whereas the rest is talking to Milray and Nyan.
The more meat you eat, the faster you'll recover.
Wow. Of course, she's the one saying, "Hey, eat more."
Want some more cake?
And how's Mawika doing? Every time she's anywhere, she's just in the fucking corner. Like, seriously, what are you doing over here?
I've kept the extra sacred flame crystals for future use. Next time you need some, just come to me. Also, this is my first time acting in a play like this. I find I really enjoyed it. What did you think of my acting skills?
Certainly room for improvement.
I'd have to agree with that. Seems like I still have a lot to learn.
Luckily you had Shallonen to bounce off
Is it
of.
something you're good at? Some tips would be nice if we find a suitable time for it.
I've directed like half a dozen films, I think, at this point. So maybe I could help you. It's kind of weird when you think about it. The Traveler has, at least right from my Traveler so far, has developed so many different films.
I owe you an apology too. I've been too harsh on you. Wish I could have frozen that moment in time so you could just listen to yourself.
A few more drinks, and who knows? You might hear it again in your dreams.
That's so good. You might hear it again in your dreams. I love the Kanichi How dynamic. How is his entire character is just I'm really annoying, and that is my entire trope, and it's done so perfectly. I guess it's not really annoying. He's more arrogant, like really arrogant, arrogantly annoying, annoyingly arrogant.
Yo, Ancestor Man. Guess
Ancestor
you're
Man.
reunited with Antu already? I have a Kukasaur companion too, so I totally get how you must have felt. First time I saw this dude, he was out in the wild, being bullied by other saurians because of his unusual appearance. He'd been pecked all over the place, bleeding from head to toe. He barely made it. I gave him some meds, and from then on, he just stuck to me like glue. Even wound up becoming my assistant.
Thanks, bro.
Hey, don't mention it, dude. Being on the road with me as a vet was never gonna be an easy gig. One time when we were treating a sick saurian, Kakuku got infected too. He ran a high fever, and I searched everywhere for ingredients and did everything I could for him. But despite giving it my all, he was right on the edge, man. And all I could do was keep praying. If he hadn't recovered, I know I'd have felt the same guilt you did.
I just realized how crazy it is. This is our introduction to Aoife. The introduction to Aoife is a limited time event. Why? I just realized that. There are... How many characters are really like that? I don't think there has been that many, though.
Luckily, he managed to pull through, and he even stayed by my side, helping me ever since. He's a solid assistant, no question. So yeah, Kakuku, I'm the one who should be thanking you.
Hey, don't mention it, dude.
Your medicine born of guilt? Don't sweat it. We'll keep improving it as we go. You have my word. That way, no one else will ever have to feel the same guilt that you did ever again.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Great event story. Oh, that... Okay, the story itself gave the Crown of Insight. I think I have. I haven't actually checked. I haven't cracked a crown on anyone recently. So I probably have a few in stock. Where are my Crowns of Insight? And I-30? I could triple crown 10 characters right now if I wanted. That's kind of nuts. Or maybe I should. Now that I have Hu Tao up to level 90, I could probably triple crown her if I wanted. I have a good bit of diligence. Yo, you too good?
Huh? Yo, bros. What brings you guys here?
Bringing our bros some cake, of course. Katina made these herself, you know.
For real? In that case, I gotta...
Oh, wow. That's awesome, bro.
It's literally... Kakuku really is just a parrot.
Hey, Save some for me.
That's awesome, bro. Thank you, bro. Cool. Okay. And that is the end of the event. Very cool. That means I finished everything in it. Cool. Not a bad event, I'd say. The combat and stuff was pretty cool. Neat. Now that we're already in 5.5, I've also been thinking about... I'm curious what the season end event is going to be. Like, I'm very curious. I mean, nothing for me is ever going to top 2.8, the second Golden Apple Archipelago event. But that's just because the stories they decided to go for that one were just so good. But I am still curious what they are going to do for this one. I do hope we get to go back to the Golden Apple Archipelago at some point. Or more importantly, once they run out of season ends, which will probably be like 8.0 or 9.0, I hope we get reruns of some of these older events. I feel like they're eventually... I'm not sure exactly when, but they're going to eventually end the server at some point. Like, the server's going to go offline, the game's not going to get updates. There'll probably be still some ways to play the game individually, but it's just things to think about. But those things are probably some years off from now, so it'll be a while. Either way, that was the end of the event, and I will probably have some lunch, and then I'll go do the other event that I'm supposed to do today. I was supposed to do all this stuff yesterday, but I didn't do anything yesterday. But today, I'm also going to be doing this. I'm just going to be doing all these. These are going to each their own video. Did I get enough? No, I did not. Well then. I'm also going to continuously try to get this thing to level 50 and then get Solar Pearl. Try to do all my weekly missions maybe today. Who knows? I'll definitely be doing some of this stuff though.